Hello, friends. I am Neeraj. Welcome to the concluding episode of Jwt Authentication project. In the previous few sessions, we've already seen how we can authenticate a user, and we were also able to create the token. And now it's time to validate a token so that our client can access the password protected routes. Okay. So our this token validation will involve two things. So one, we will need to create a function so that will validate a token. And secondly, so we will also need to work on our controller side so that we will tell that whatever password protected routes. So before execution of those password protected endpoints, so we will have one middleware so that will check automatically whether the token is validated or not, token is correct or not. Okay, so let's do that. So first of all, so we will work on this token helper function, helper package, and we will have another function here. So it would be func validate token. So this function is very simple. So this function is simply going to take a token as a string. So whatever token the user has provided. So we will say client token as a string, and it will return a tuple. So we will return a claims also, and that would be our custom claims. And it will also return a message that would be a string. Okay. So in order to validate a token, so we will use the same JWT package. So we will say token and error, and we are going to use the another function from JWT package, and that is because we have to parse the token. So this function is there, parse with claims. So this function will take first of all token as a string. So we will pass on client token. And secondly, so we will need to provide the type. So since we are using a custom claims type, so we will provide that claims type. So we will say custom claims, and we will also need to provide a anonymous function, or we can create another function, but I am going with the anonymous function. So we will say func, and it will we will need to pass a token. So that would be of type JWT dot token, and it may return an interface, two stuffs. So it will return first of all, so it will return the interface, and another one is error. And we will simply say, first of all, let me write first, and we will also need to provide our secret, the bytes of the secret. So we are already having remember we were already have created this secret string. So we will pass on this secret, and we will return nil. Nil. Okay, so this way, so if there is no error, so we will get this token object in the variable token. But first of all, so we will need to check for the error as well. So we will say if error is not nil, then we will very simply assign the message as with the error dot error. Okay, and we will very simply return. But if the token is valid, so we will get this claims. Okay, and we will actually get the claims from this token claims. And since this returns an interface, so we will use the type assertion. So we will assert it that it would be a type of custom claims. So that way, so we will get the claims, and we will also check the this whether this OK variable is a boolean true or not. So we are very simply going to say if it is not OK, that means there is some error somewhere. So we will again return this error and return. And if everything goes well, so we will very simply say return claims and our this message. So this will complete our validate token function. And now it's time to create a middleware. So we will create a middleware first, and then we will work on our controller side. So let us create a middleware file here, and we will call it auth.go. So this would be a part of package middleware. And the purpose of this middleware is to that it will return before the our password protected controller files would get executed. Okay, so this is also going to be very, very simple. So there is nothing complex about it. So let us start with func, and we will call it authenticate. So this function will, we will need to pass the gen context object as because we need to use it. Gen dot context. Yes, gen dot context. And I assume that our client will pass on the token in the form of as a header, as a token variable in present in the header. So I am going to collect it before we can proceed further. So we will use the c.getHeader function, and we will simply pass on the our variable name, what our client is going to send. And but we will also check also that whether if the token is empty or not. So we will say, we will check if it is a empty string. That means the token is not present, and we will return 401 unauthorized, and we will say gen.h, and error would be, so let's say we will call token not present, and c.abort and return. Simple. So so this piece of code is simply validating the token for the if this token is empty, then it is returning a custom this message that token not present with a 401 response code, and all the rest of the operations are getting aborted, and it is simply return. But if this is right, so we will need to get the claims also. So we will say claims and message, and we are going to use that newly created function, validate token function, from our helper. So we will call say helper dot validate token, and we will pass on this token. And we can also have log.println here. So we will log the claims, and we will check if there is any error. I mean this not error actually. So we are collecting it in a variable message. So we will check if the message is not empty. That means we are having some error message here. So we will again say c.json and unauthorized response again, and this time gen.h, and we will say error as message. So whatever error message we are getting, so we are simply returning that data stuff. So again, c dot about and return. But if everything goes well, so we will simply pass on to the next request. I mean, so the control would be passed to our controller files. And now it's time to work on our controller. So remember, we were having this, we created this refresh token route, but we actually didn't do that, work on that. So let's work on that. And what I am thinking is that this refresh token route, that should be a password protected route, because unless and until user gets logged in, so there is no point to create a new token, isn't it? So let's do that. So we will use from Gen routing. So we are Gen provides us we can group a route. So we will use that function, that feature. So we will create a variable, and that would be a group, and we want to that all the requests starting with, let's say, private. So that would be handled from this private group, and we will say private dot get. And better, like, let me copy this stuff, and okay, looks like we need to uh, create on this controller functions. Let me check whether we are having it or not. No, we are not having it. So very simply, so we will say the, so we need to provide the context, gen context, and better copy it from here, somewhere from the top. That will save time. And we will say refresh token route, and we will simply return a 200. So this way, our this we have worked on our controller stuff. Token is also there, auth is also there, and we have also, okay, one more thing, so we forgot here. Although, so we had created this route group, but we didn't use our middleware. So we need to tell that this route group is going to use a middleware. What middleware we created? So we will say middleware dot authenticate. So that way, whenever this route gets access, so this middleware authenticate function would be called first, and it will handle it accordingly. Okay, so let me open Thunder client. So better I will duplicate this also, and let me say it private refresh token. Okay, 404 not found, because it was a GET request, not a POST request. So we are getting a token is malformed. Token contains an invalid number of argument. Okay. Okay. So this is, if we don't pass the token, and if we send it, so we are getting token not present. And if we pass a token and any random value, so we are getting is that this token is not valid. So actually we can also check with this one as well. So we can provide a previously created token, and here we are saying token has invalid claims, and because token is expired. So our system is not allowing the user to access the password protected route anymore. So let us get a new token. So initiated the login request again. Copy this token and I'll pass this token. And this time we are getting a 200 response. So that way, so our and here in the console also we are getting the correct data that this was our email ID and number 5 is our user ID of this user. So this way, so our this all the token related functionality is we have successfully created so far. And one thing I would like to share here that many places, so we can create you might have seen that where many people tend to create at many places. However, it depends upon use case to use case. So many places we create two set of tokens. So this token is going to be for a regular use with a small this expiration time, 3 minutes, 1 minute, or 2 minutes, or maximum 5 minutes. And we also create a new token, a refresh token with a longer validity. Let's say 1 year. So actually, this creating two set of tokens, the regular token and the refresh token, that is used in places where we use like in from our React side. So if we are going to use our middleware over there in Axios middleware, so then we can use even though if the token this regular token gets expired, so we can automatically use the refresh token in order to get a new token set. So but actually that depends upon use case to use case, as because every requirement is different. So we can but the concept is literally same. So there is no difference between the logic and the concept. Okay, so that's all for this session. I hope like you enjoyed this session as well, and this series as well. So this concludes the JWT authentication mechanism actually, and we can do a lot of stuff in the authentication, because authentication itself is a quite broader module. So, but that's all. And if you have anything to say, so please do let me know in the comment section. And I'll see you in some other session. So till then, take care and happy coding.